Hello, this is Resilan Bearcat, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. I release 3 new videos each week for this title. Please subscribe if you would like to be notified when they are released. Okay, we are going to get started here today. Now, in the last episode, I was trying to figure out why this wasn't indoors, why my room wasn't fully enclosed. I did, while we were between episodes, I did figure that out. And we can see Corinne Rockwell here, baseball player or park ranger. So this is our 100th episode, and we're going to talk about Corinne Miller here. We're going to actually talk a little bit about her story and how she ended up in the zombie apocalypse. Now, we've been alive for 4 months. We've killed 4,200 zombies roughly, and we've been through 100 episodes together. If you've been following along, you can see here, that's outdoors, this is indoors, but I know what the problem is. That has to do with the roof of the extension not being compatible with the roof of the trailer. And so we can extend the roof. We just need to go up, build another set of stairs up to the top and fix the problem that we ran into. So we'll get to doing that. So just while some of the stuff goes on in the background here, I'm going to talk a little bit about Corinne Miller, who Corinne Miller is, and how she came to be here. So we know from seeing the different things that she is a park ranger. We know from from her bio kind of in the game that she's a park ranger. She's a baseball player. More accurately, she's a softball player. But part of that was, how did she end up here? So we start with just a little bit of information about her while we fix some breakfast. Corinne Miller grew up in Louisville. She actually is a native of Louisville. She grew up in Louisville. She went to school in Louisville. She actually went to the University of Louisville, for her college. So she has actually been, in Louisville probably for most of her life. Now, when she graduated, she had a degree from the university. Oh, as I just about hit a telephone pole there. So she graduated with a degree from the University of Louisville, and she took a gap year. So she didn't go to work right away. Oh, there's a zombie. Oh, and I run over the zombie. Wonderful. More damage to the truck. So so she grew up in Louisville, as I said. She was actually, as I lose track of what I'm actually talking about here, let's check the traps. Yep, nothing in the traps. That's a bummer. We need some rabbits. And with growing up here around, here in Louisville, when she was growing up, she was both very good for the academics. She did well in her academics, but she also did well in athletics. She grew up in an athletic family. Her mom actually played collegiate softball. Her dad was actually a baseball player. And so when and there goes the windshield. Yikes. Okay, well, that's not good. My driving is... The handling on this truck is not good. I need to get busy, get into town, and actually find me a car. And the interesting thing is we've not even made it down the first street yet, so we're still doing our things. And that zombie has nothing interesting on him. As we kill him and get headed back in here, we knock down our windshield. It's laying on the ground there beside the bent up stop sign. Okay, very good. We'll have to find us a new windshield. There's another fire truck down at the other end of town. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, in today's episode, we're pretty much going to be doing some stuff around the base. I don't know if we get it done in time. We may go in and loot some houses, but the day's going to be pretty low key. We're not doing a whole lot of fighting today. We're going to try to get things in here and do what we can. Let's see if I have anything here. I've got a couple of dehydrated meat sticks. Let's get those and see if I can do some cooking with them. Maybe I can put those in some stir fry? I don't know. I'm not sure if you can put those in or not. We'll find out. In the meantime, going back to our story, I'm Corinne Miller. So she grew up in an athletic family. Mom played softball, dad played baseball. So naturally, as she was growing up, she played soccer as a little kid. But once she got older, she got into softball and was pretty good. And so when she got time to go to, high school, she was on the high school softball team. And then she got into college and was offered a spot with the University of Louisville. And she played in NCAA athletics. She was actually on the softball team and did fairly well. But when she graduated from college, she actually took a year off, and she traveled around various different places. She went to Europe, she went to South America. She just took a year, and traveled, saw some things, visited some friends that she had met while she was in college. Just didn't do a whole lot, but just had fun, had a gap year. And then she was offered a position. She finally got serious looking for a job, and she got offered a position with the Park Service, and so she got her first job, her first real job coming out of college was with the Park Service, and she actually went to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park in North Carolina, and so that was where she ended up after school, and she actually was there working, and she's been on that job for 2 years. She's now 26 years old. Been out of school a couple of years. They took a gap year, between college and going to work. And she just has turned 26, and she had come home for her birthday, for her 26th birthday, to visit family and friends. And that's what she was here at the time of the Knox event. So that is the story of how Corinne Miller ended up here in the zombie apocalypse here during the Knox event. Now, with that, she's taken her training for what she's done with the Park Service at different things, and she knows that in order to survive, what she has to do is she's going to try to make it to Louisville. She is hoping to actually meet up with family and some family or friends there, and then make her way out of the event area. But in order to actually do that, she first has to secure and get resources and to do the things that she's got to stay alive. First and foremost, she has to stay alive. And that means right now that she has to scavenge for things to actually eat. She has to make a secure place for herself, where she can stay away from the notice and attention of the zombies. So now she started out, she was visiting friends at the moment of the Knox event, or when it first occurred, she was visiting friends down in Rosewood. And now she is actually making her way up toward Louisville, but it is slow going. As you can tell, there are lots of zombies, and so she has looted Rosewood at this point. Most of the things, she didn't find anybody that was not a zombie in Rosewood, so she decided to move on. And we've now moved up to March Ridge, and she's going through March, systematically cleaning out things of use and value in March Ridge and moving them to her, base here. Now, with that, we're making up some stir fry. That carrots here are no longer any good for traps. They have dwindled away to some extent, so that you can't put anything else in them. So she's going to cook these things up. We'll throw them here in the cooker. Turn this thing on. We've got plenty of fire. Now, this thing's got a lot of fuel in it. Let's see. The sheet of paper. Yeah, we don't want to do the sheet of paper. The sheet of paper is our note that we have with our helicopter dates on it. We don't want to lose that. So we need to get something that will burn. Let's see. Well, that's my food. But there's twigs over here. Let's use the twigs. I'll tell you what. Yep, I remember. I just need a twig to light this thing. And we can light the fire with twigs and matches. Let's do this. All right. Now we're cooking over a wood fire. We're using wood here in this thing. If barbecue info, yep, it's got 5 hours of cook time. Over 5 hours, nearly 5.5 hours. We're doing good. That'll be more than enough to cook our fish and vegetable stir fry. So back to the different things. As Corinne Miller says, she's taken her training. Her primary weapon that she likes to use, going back to her softball days, is she likes long, blunt weapons. She feels natural swinging those, and she feels like you can keep the zombies far enough away that they don't get too close. She's very uncomfortable with a knife and trying to use the short blades. That zombies get too close to her for that. If the long blades don't work, the short blunt weapons like the baton work. You also can swing those much like she can swing a baseball bat. It feels more natural to her. But some of the things don't feel quite as natural. The axe is not quite as natural. If we're looking at the, even the long blades, are a little bit different. But hey, they are very good. And at times we are going, she uses them when she can find them. Anything to try to get through hordes of zombies quickly and be able to loot and get things as she's trying to make her way up to Louisville. So right now we are basically cleaning out her goal is to go through every house, search every house for anything of any value, consolidate anything of any value into safe houses, and then move on to the next town. So that's the goal. That's the approach that she's taken to trying to stay alive here. And 26-year-old young woman, and she is trying her best to survive the zombie apocalypse until she can meet up with with some survivors and maybe escape out of the event area. And that is the goal. So in the meantime, we will continue with what we're doing here. Fish and vegetable stir fry. We almost have this stuff cooked up, and we will see what we can do here. This will give us some food. Once this is done, we're going to do some base building and get around in the area and see if we can't get the roof closed in. See if we can't get us a rain barrel created. So we'll put out the fire here now that our stuff is cooked. And we have... Oh, we can't put it in our fanny pack. Let's put it in our main inventory. And back inside. Alright, with that now, we will put the... let's see. There's the map. There is Rosewood up there. That's where she came from. You can see over here where we've come over here into March Ridge. We've barely started doing anything in March Ridge. We've done a few farmhouses here and there off the map. You can kind of see where we've been if in the bigger area. But we want to move from here. Well, next up after we finish March Ridge, we'll be moving on to Muldrow. And from Muldrow, West Point, and from West Point into Louisville. That's the goal. So we'll throw one of the fish and vegetable stir fries into the refrigerator. We're going to eat part of the other one. When we checked earlier, she was at 76 kilos and dropping, so we want to get that up. Let's go ahead and eat half of this. Now that's not going to be enough to... Actually, there's not a whole lot of calories in this. There's good food value, but not calories. So we need to find some items. We need some butter, some lard, things like that we can put into some of these food items. So, but we haven't found those things yet. All right, the dehydrated meat stick. We're just going to go ahead and eat that for some little bit extra stuff here. It's food. Keeps us from starving. Okay, now... in order to build some steps, we need to cut some more trees down. So we're going to need an axe. I don't have an axe in my inventory here. Let's go find my wood axe. I'm not sure. I don't remember where I put the wood axe. I don't remember if it was in the car. I guess we can check the car. What we want to do is build some steps up to the top again, and then put a roof in. Well, the axe isn't in the back of the car. Let's go back inside. It's got to be inside somewhere. It's not in our hiking bag. We left the door open. That's probably not the best idea in the world. Come in here on us. There's no wood axe there. There is a fire axe, but I've got a wood axe somewhere. Let's find the wood axe. I've got several weapons there that look like they'd be good to have. Let's see what we got here. Ah, there's my wood axe. Alright, attach that to my back. I've got a machete there too. I should get the machete out and use the machete soon. I shouldn't be saving those weapons. We've got a lot of zombies to kill. We might as well get busy doing it. In the meantime, let's cut some trees down. Let's see, one tree. There's a couple more trees. There is another tree, and there comes some exhaustion. I'm going to try to cut down a couple more here. There we go. One more. As my wood axe is taking a pretty good beating. That should be enough wood on the ground. Shouldn't need any more. We can go put the wood axe away. And first, let's sit down and rest. Get rid of some of the exhaustion. So I'm no longer high exertion. It's now down to moderate exertion. It didn't take long. And let's see. Of course, I mean, as soon as we started doing that, we got very hot very quickly. Really don't see anything a whole lot extra in my bag. I'm going to be looting stuff. I probably ought to pare down the bag and get a lot less. Now, what I could do, I'm thinking about it. I've got the refrigerator in this room. I could move, if I'm going to build a rain barrel, I could move the trash can and then put the rain barrel up there, move the sink out of the bedroom. What was in there and move it out into the main room. I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll leave that the way it was. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll leave it in the bedroom, the sink, because then I can use the area over there where the trash can currently is. I can actually use that to, if I can find me a water cooler, I'll put a water cooler in there. That way I'll have an extra water storage. Okay, I brought some logs over here. I've got some logs here. I should have 4 logs total. Let's saw all the logs up so I can actually put down a set of stairs. So what are the odds of Corinne Miller making it to Louisville? I've actually tried this series before, starting from Muldrow, just trying to make it to Louisville. I've done that a time or two, made it to Louisville. As far as starting at Rosewood and making it all the way to Louisville, I've never successfully pulled that off. If you guys have watched any of the other first two seasons, you can kind of see what some of the stuff that I come into. And in fact, there's been a couple of very close calls in this season already as well. So I somewhere along the way, I always tend to get a little overconfident and end up getting myself into trouble, and then don't make it. And so that has been a repeating theme. Why can't I grab one other one? That went into my inventory bag. So we get a couple more logs and take them over here. And once I get a little overconfident, I end up getting jumped and getting scratched and bit and end up dying to the virus. So it's it ultimately ends up happening sooner or later. We're gonna try to make it this time. We're gonna be careful. We're gonna take our time and try to make it into Louisville. See if we can actually get there and do things. So we've got several objectives along the way that we will do. But right now, we are in the process. We want to loot every single building in March Ridge of anything of value. So we'll be starting that. Now we're going to put our steps here. Let's see. That's interesting. I can't put it there for some reason. I can't put it there. Looks like that ought to work, but it is not working. Interesting. I guess that might be because the planks are too far away from where I'm putting it. I don't know. Maybe I need some of the planks in my inventory. I've got 8 planks in my inventory. 9, 10. I'm not going to be able to carry 15 planks. So 12 is all I can carry. It is an extremely heavy load. I can't even do stairs. I don't have enough planks here. If I get in range to do the planks, can't do the steps. Okay, well this is interesting. I don't think I've run into this problem before. Let's throw the planks down here. And we'll run into maybe... I don't need that anymore. I don't need the wood axe. Let's throw that back into my inventory. Let's attach the crowbar to our back. That'll free up some weight. But I still can't build this. So I'm going to mess around with this here for a minute and see what I can do. See if we can't figure out what it's not liking. I guess maybe it's not like, so I can't put it in any of these places. Which is just interesting. There's plenty of planks, but it doesn't want to let me put them down. Oh, yikes! I keep hitting the Q button when I'm trying to. I intend to mean to hit the escape button. So we'll have to figure this out here. Just work on this. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I think I have figured it out here. I was looking around, doing things. I believe I need the planks close to where the foot of the steps are going to be. So I'm going to try to run it up the side of the building. I'm going to move the planks over and drop a bunch of them right beside the building, right around where the foot of the stairs goes. And then I'm going to pick up the rest of the planks and see if my theory is right. But I believe it wasn't letting me do that because the planks I didn't have 15 planks within. I think they need to be close to where the foot of the steps is going to be. And I had 15 planks, but they were closer to where the end of the steps is, and so there are the head of the steps, I guess. So we're going to throw these things down here. This will be close to on the ground of where they need it. Then we'll go pick up the rest of the planks. Actually, yeah, we'll grab. We're going to need 3 of these. What I'm going to do here. There we go. All right, now let's try this right here. If my theory's right, it'll let me build them this time. Let's see. We'll turn this around right up here. Yep, that is correct. It will allow me to build them now. There we go. The steps are going in. Well, they're going in now after I did that. Okay. Now I just have to be very careful as I go up to the top that I don't actually end up dropping, falling in or falling off. Very careful up on the top of that. Let's see here. Okay, we can, we had picked up our campfire. Let's grab this log that was in my campfire. We'll grab these planks. Saw the log up. That's going to give me a total of 6 planks, and I think that's going to be enough to finish up the room upstairs. The flooring, or the ceiling. It's actually, it's wooden flooring, but it's going in as the ceiling to my room. What is now my bedroom, what was the bathroom in this trailer. So let's get up here very carefully. And what we'll see when we go right around in here. Okay, we see that? There's no, you see the roof isn't there. The floor isn't there. And that is the issue. That's why the bedroom was still considered outdoors. Is because those roofs were incompatible. You can see as I walk across there that I can't actually walk on the roof of the trailer. So, I mean, that was, it basically was counting it as outdoors. I had actually turned on debug mode and had looked at it, and it basically was saying, yes, this room is outdoors, which was a bad thing. That right there will fix that problem. Ooh, that was close. We are now, we now have that, oh, there I am yelling again. Oh, much Factorio. Let's see. I can't disassemble that. Don't want to disassemble it yet anyway, because I want to build a rain barrel up here. But I did want to see if I could disassemble it, and no, I can't. If I come back down here, okay. So, we need a couple more logs. We need to build, let's go back in here, let's see. We need 4 trash cans. So we'll grab half of those. Okay, and we need a pipe wrench because we're going to want to plumb the sink. It's 3:20 in the afternoon. We've still got some daylight left. So let's go over here and build some more. Let's see what it takes to do a composter. Rain barrel collector, it takes 5. We need 5 boards, and we don't have that many, so we need to grab a couple of logs. 1 log. Oops. 1 more. Just need 2. It'll give me 6 planks. Saw them up. And we'll want to saw the planks up. Oh, there was 4 planks there I could have grabbed. Yeah. Alright. This isn't going to hurt anything. What I'll do is I'll saw them up down here. I don't want to go up top and then end up getting surprised and having to fight things up on top. We're going to get this rain collector up there, and then we're going to tear these steps down again. It's a big waste of wood, but there's lots of wood around, so it's not really a problem. All right, we have 6 planks. That will be 1 more that I need for this little project. Let's see. Let's go back and check around, just make sure nobody's coming. With the wind blowing, I can't really hear that good. Okay, what we want to do is go right there and build a rain collector. So we go to furniture, we go to rain collector barrel, and we put one right there, right above the sink in the downstairs. That will, we'll be very careful here coming out of here. Okay, we'll escape that out. Now we need to get rid of the steps. Can I disassemble them? I don't think I can. That's the wall, that's the bed, that's the flooring, the roof. Yeah, I can't disassemble it. I can check closer to the foot down here, but I'm pretty sure I can't do that. So I need a sledgehammer. There's other ways I could do this, but I can. Let's try one more time before we give up and disassemble. I'd like my things back, but no. Nope, that's the bed. Okay, I give up. We will just tear it down. We will put the sledgehammer on our back. We are getting drowsy. So we've been up since 5:50. This is the sleepyhead character. So she hasn't quite got over her habits that she had when she was traveling around Europe, and where she was staying up late, sleeping late. She is sleepyhead, wants to sleep in. Needs lots of sleep. But here we go, tearing down those steps, making that secure again. There's just no way to tear down the flooring that it leaves behind up there. Don't like that flooring, but okay, whatever. It'll do. Let's get the sledgehammer back in the back of the truck. We don't need it anymore. And we have some campfire materials. I guess we could put our campfire back down. Actually, that says campfire materials, not campfire kit. I bet I don't have what it takes to make the campfire. Yeah, it says I can place item. Oh, that's bizarre. It's not exactly usable anymore. I don't know if I can do anything with campfire materials. Let me come back up here and look at them for a second. The only option I have here is place materials. Alright, well. It's, yeah, well, lets me move it over, but it doesn't do anything to it. So it is no longer a campfire. Well, that's okay. We'll deal with that later. It's fine. I'll have to just convince myself that I can leave it and let it go. So let's head back over here to, where we're doing things. We've got some sticks and twigs here. Let's go ahead while we're going and grab the twigs. Oh, that's just ground clutter. That's not actually a twig. Let's grab the tree branches. We can use the tree branches for more fuel. Not a bad thing. We'll do a little bit of cleanup out here. Twigs and tree branches again. We'll take these in and put these in our fire. I don't see anything else here. That's good. And then we've got planks right here. Let's go over here right up against the house and we'll throw the planks down. Okay, we got 4 planks here. We'll pick them up from right in front of the door and move them over as well. It's 5:20. It's been a very chill day here around the base as we're doing various different activities. We'll grab this tree branch. Okay, let's go in and drop this stuff off. One around in here. We will put the tree branches in here. Stick them all in there as more fuel. We can always use more fuel. If we ever get any rabbits or anything, we will use those things. I may have to make some bird traps. I may have to literally make some stick traps to catch birds with. I don't really have a whole lot more to catch rabbits with until some of that cabbage comes in. Once the cabbage comes in, I can actually make some more. Let's see here. Now then, let's go ahead and eat. We can see our calorie bar over there is dropped way down. I think some more calorie stuff would be good. We'll smoke a cigarette once we finish eating. Food. Oh, it just barely moves the calendar. I mean, even though that was 31 hunger, there's just no calories to it. Fish, and then it was tuna and sardines. Shouldn't be low-calorie items, but they evidently they're not high enough to do anything for me. Spread across a couple of stir fries. All right, and with that, look at that. We're under 1,000 calories. It gives me information about where I'm at. I like this add-on. That's the only add-on I'm running right now. Is the calorie item. So it tells me what my calorie is. Now I have rotten vegetables, so let's build a composter. We have these extra boards out here. Let's go ahead. We got a little bit of time. 6 o'clock. We've got time. Composter. 5 planks. Let's grab. Well, there's 6 of them here. We might as well just grab them. Grab them all. We'll take them inside and build us a composter. That'll be a good little project. It'll give us somewhere to put the rotten vegetables instead of keeping them in our bags with our seeds. It's not something you should do. You shouldn't keep seeds and rotten vegetables in the same container. And just ruin your seeds. The game doesn't quite work that way, but you know what I mean. We might as well clean up. We're part of what we're doing is building us a little base here. Let's do some carpentry. Let's do some furniture. Let's do a composter. We'll put it right here in this corner. This will be a great thing. We'll put this in right here. There we go. Now we can put our rotten vegetables in there and get rid of that stuff. We come over here, we don't have anything here. Those are stale, very low. Not going to be much good for anything, but I guess I can throw them in a stew or something. Okay. Here's the rotten vegetables. We'll just grab all those things. Peas, mixed vegetables. Okay, that's everything. That's just building materials. That's weapons. That's canned foods and things of that nature. I don't see anything in there that spoils. And all those are weapons. Gas mask. Let's eat some peanut butter. We need some calories. We can eat half the peanut butter. That should give us a whole bunch of calories. Yeah, it did. Alright. Didn't give us enough, though. Let's eat the rest of it. That's nearly 3,000 calories. 2888. I see my calorie count. The calorie meter is way up now. That's good. We'll bring the rotten vegetables out here. Put them in something. We'll throw the plank down on the ground. Very good. Alright. Let's check on our vegetables. Crops. Unknown. 2 of 7. 3 of 7. 2 of 7. Also 2 of 7. That's 3 of 7. That's 2 of 7. And that's 3 of 7. So the fertilizer is helping on the items, the plots that's on the that I put the fertilizer on. They're growing faster. Very good. We are going to let those things go to seed, probably. Well, actually, we'll let the second one go to seed. The first one we'll harvest as quick as it comes up so that we can use it for trapping. We have a worm. That's not going to be good. I guess I could put the worm in the compost. Might be good. Let's see. Let's grab some... Do I have any? No, not really. Okay. Then we've got the container here. We do have 2 cans of carrots. I'm going to grab those so I can bait the traps. We're going to run down the street and bait the traps. I know it's getting late, 7:30, but we've got to bait. If we want to catch something, we have to do it between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. So we might as well run down the street, bait the traps, and then come back and put everything in for the night. Basically button it up for the night. So we have, as far as today's episode goes, we have wrecked the car and crashed the car and knocked out the windshield. We have enhanced the building. There's a couple of zombies coming down through here. We've actually roofed in our bedroom so that the bedroom is now indoors instead of outdoors. We have put a rain collector on the roof. We haven't hooked it up yet. We still do need to plumb the sink. I still haven't decided if I want to leave the sink in the same spot or move it. That's an interesting question. I think I'm going to leave it where it's at, but I'm thinking about that. We'll turn our lights on here where we can see as we go out here. We need to, before I go over there, let's go ahead and open the canned carrots. Need to open the carrots so I can use them for bait. Alright, we have carrots. Let's put some bait in this thing. Add bait. Go open carrots. There we go. Oh, remove bait. That's interesting. The one in the middle still has bait. No, that's still got plenty. Okay, we can add bait here. So yeah, the one in the middle actually still has bait. That's fascinating. So there's another can of carrots. We'll open this. I'll just check that one more time. I can't believe it still had bait. No, it still has bait. Huh. I don't know what in the world it could have for bait. It's got to be rotten right now. I haven't put any bait in there in several days, but it has bait. So, okay. Well, bait is bait. We might as well let it go. I'm not going to put anything else in there at the moment. Let's head back to town. Now, we are tired. We're very tired, actually. I look at that, so probably don't want to try to kill anything. We'll move over here onto the other side of the road, slow down a little bit, and try not to run over anything and damage the vehicle even more. Need to do some repairs. There's one of the zombies. There's the other zombie. So, oh, there's, I think, oh man, this thing takes forever to stop. Need better brakes. Alright, we'll sling it around. Has the handling of a train. But we're doing good. I should probably check the tire pressure. being as how bad it's handling. I should check that. I do have a tire pump if it's down. We'll just pull in, park right here, cut the lights off, and we're going to button it up for the night. We are done for this particular day. We have made some progress. Let's check the condition of the car right quick before we go inside. See how bad it is. Yep, the windshield's out, the hood's damaged. Need to get the hood up. Let's see. Everything else is okay. Need to work on the lights. Engine is 54%. Would be nice to do some engine repair. I don't know where my mechanic skill is and if I can actually repair the engine yet. That'll be an interesting question. I know I've leveled up mechanics. I also need to read the mechanic book, so I need to take some time out to do some reading. But we'll come back in here. Do I want to move this out here or not? In order to move this, I have to move this trash can from where it currently sits. Yeah, and that's clothing items. Let's see, loot all. Let's just loot everything in here. There we go. Let's pick the trash can up. I want to disassemble it. I want to pick it up. There we go. And we'll bring it around here and put it in this corner over here. Out of the way. We don't want that. So let's cycle through. We don't want the broken glass. There's the trash can. Put the trash can down. Then we will select the trash can. And we'll throw the broken glass, crossword puzzle, all the things we've picked up. The garbage. Oh, there's a gun. That's going to rush right outside the door. That's going to draw some zombies in on top of me. That was, might as well eat the carrot that only has one left. Can't use it for anything else. We've got another carrot we can use. Let's see, we'll bring the pins in. Wood magazine. Keep the carrots for tomorrow. We've got a couple of annotated maps here. We'll just throw the annotated maps in our backpack. Okay. It is 9:30. I am very tired. This seems like a good place to call this episode. And we will be cheering for Corinne Rockwell and see if she can't make it to Louisville. So that'll be... I'm listening. I hear a zombie outside. There is a zombie outside. So I don't want to do any plumbing or anything. I don't want to do anything that makes any noise right now. We need to be very quiet. Don't want to try. I'm tired. I don't want to be fighting the zombie with that level of exhaustion or tiredness. It's tiredness, not exhaustion. So we don't want to do that. So at this point in time, we've done everything that we can do. Weight has stabilized. We have killed a little over 4,100 zombies, and we are going to be back shortly with another episode, and we can actually, where we head back into town and do some more fighting. This was kind of just a chill base day while we talked about the story of Corinne. Now we'll get back to it. We are indoors now, as you can see. That's good. We didn't go outside when we went over that part of the bed. We accomplished that goal. What we will do is we'll get some sleep, and then we're going to head back into town tomorrow and see if we can't kill a few more zombies. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the links shown here for more gameplay. Take care.